What's up, everybody? Welcome in for some pre-stream sillies. We're gonna be doing the dulls, maybe something else, maybe some rounds, maybe a balloons map. I don't know. Maybe a little something. Let's go for something weird here, man. How about weary? That feels actually really good. W is not high value, but the rest of it's good. The rest of it's high value, right? And W's not that bad. Now we got IOU still to test. Pious would do great, because this is actually effectively just teary. Yeah. I just put that together. Remember there's something else today? Oh, do you mean apart from the regular kind of hard golf? I gotta try the new kind of hard golf. How about instead of pious, we do dias? Imagine if that was a word. Kind of harder golfer. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, Rodolph. Yeah. We on. How about boing? Bane. Oh wait, I knew the A wasn't there. Chat? What is it? Sister of the Sea, what is it? We're on hard mode, so I wouldn't be able to make plays like that. Fair, yeah. I'm not hardcore enough for that. Could be like A-R, not A, like A something. A consonant. A-L-E-N, and then something, right? What about amend? Yeah, there we go, baby. Shut the hell up, Beefy. You were late as fuck. Sorry, thank you for your help, Beefy. All right, connections me. Throw, virgin, spin, prayer, nah, rolling stone, Persian, firebird, G6, shag, zero proof, Grand Prix, billboard, Trans Am, pitchfork, spirit free. Degrees of... It's non-alcoholic, spirit-free, zero proof, and virgin. All mean the same thing? No alcohol? What's up, Sister of the Sea? Rolling Stone, Pitchfork. Magazines, Billboard, and Spin are all music magazines? Yeah. Carpets, shag, Persian, throw, and... a prayer rug? Yes, sir. G6 Trans Am firearm Firebird Grand Prix. It's all car stuff. It's all car stuff, right? Pontiac models. That was the easiest purple I feel like I've ever seen. Car stuff, zero chance Puff gets it. I mean, I wouldn't have gotten there right away, but still. Somehow go to shops, took an hour. I kept bumping into people. There was beers and smokes in the alleyway behind the shops like little kids. Yeah, it's some camaraderie, Nutter. Welcome in, buddy. They would have put Beebo Boop if it was car stuffs. You only got perp? You weren't able to get the rugs? All right, Mini-Me. What did Elizabeth get today? Liz has not done the mini today. What a slacker, man. What do I know about rugs? I don't know. It's like general knowledge, man. I guess, though, English is your second language, to be fair. English is your second language, to be fair. You might have put it together for all the Portuguese words for it. It might have been easy. I don't know. Do you not like rugs? I love rugs. I've already gotten like 5 or 6 rugs for our house. They make a big difference. They really tie the room together. The Big Lebowski, it's both a meme and a real thing. Rugs are great. Like, the ideal is to have hardwood floors and then put rugs down strategically to create comfort zones. You know? Done with the furniture after painting. Was finished yesterday. I picked the Discord. Nice, sister. Yeah, I'll send a picture... later. I didn't get a good one earlier. I'll send a picture of the progress we made in the kitchen. It does look a lot better. We're changing from that blue and yellow to green and white. We're not all the way there, but we made progress. Look for it while circling the block. A spot. Grow weary is tire. This clue number times 2 is 12. It's legit 12. Or 6. I don't know what it wants. I don't know what it wants. Rice-shaped pasta. I actually don't know. December 24th is Xmas. Calm before the storm. Favorite food is pizza, bro. Pop punk, black and white cookies are Oreos. This clue, number times 2 plus 2 is 10. Release personal information about informally. I don't know. Dozen. Shut the fuck up, bro. Orzo? Nice. Dozen. Hey, what's up, Tano? You never take me to Bangladesh. You never cook me sausage on an open flame. Never anoint me with oil. Never write me a novel. You never poison the mojitos of my enemies. Yeah, and I never will, baby. Gotta play more Animal Crossing. Tons of rugs in there. Rugs are great. 2 types of rugs. The ones to clean your shoes before getting inside, and the more fluff in the middle of the room to keep bare feet away from the cold floor. Yeah, there you go. It was 12. Dozen. What's the difference between rugs and carpets? Generally, rugs are freestanding, and carpets are like actually like latched into the floor. That's at least my understanding. I don't know if that's actually exactly right, but you would call it carpet if like the whole room is carpeted and it's not like a rug that you could pick up and move away. Doing well, Tenno. How are you? Someone correct me. I'm actually not sure at all about that. That was my immediate instinct when you asked, but I have no idea if that's correct. All right. Where are we? Let's do the Scylla. Harper's more of an umbrella term, but yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Foolish person is going to be an imbecile. Small amount. A small amount. Modicum. Ancient calculating tool is going to be an abacus. Diplomatic headquarters is going to be the embassy. Raw material or product commodity. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. What about magic carpet? Oh yeah, true. That's a carpet, isn't it? That's a carpet, yeah. Rugs are like the small ones you can move. Carpets are like floor wallpapers. That's exactly what I thought, Hex. But the magic carpet kind of goes against that, doesn't it? Rugs to protect from dirtiness. Hall rug, door rug. Well, I expect. Associate carpet with decorative. Interesting. Hey, 1003 streams. That's a new record, buddy. Fucking Aladdin ruining everything. Because, yeah, like the house I grew up in had carpets where, like, the rooms were entirely carpeted. Like, the upstairs floor was entirely carpeted except the bathroom. Beefy, you're never right. You blew my Scylla out of the water. This is one I'm generally pretty good at waiting. I would say this is one of my better games. I have bad days, but yeah, I got 251 in the world, so that's decent. All right, global. Brazil. The practice of rolling my R's every day, I've gotten better. I don't think I could roll my R as well before I started going Brazil every day. It was a bad day for you, yeah. Yeah, I get like 11 seconds on that one sometimes. Missed the 185 streak? Dang. God, you, Lar. Place with carpets. It was awful for allergies. Yeah, it's generally not... Like, some people still like carpets, but it's generally not preferred from people that I know. You know? Like, hardwood is just better because you can put, you know, rugs down and it's like easier to clean and stuff. Like the carpet, you can do like carpet cleaners and stuff, but you can't like pull it up. Yeah, wooden floors peak, right? New food guest remote is Pog. Ooh. This is gonna be like Solomon Islands or some bullshit, by the way. Warmer, 6,000 kilometers away. Okay, far. Be Korea. South Korea. 2,000 kilometers away. Indonesia. Warmer. Stone tile floor, though. Stone tile is nice in the bathroom. Maybe the kitchen. Or if you live in a fucking castle. I actually was originally unable to roll my R's, then I got good at it, and then over years I got bad at it, so apparently it's a skill that can fade. Interesting. My mom air? Your mom air? Hey, 11 months, Tenno. Holy shit. Thanks, buddy. Let's go. You shoot 3 dish and ask which one is from country. Ooh, that's cool. Applesaucy, what's going on, dude? 35 streams. Welcome in, buddy. Good to see you, man. I can't roll my R's as well. It's hard. You must roll your R's all the time, Hex. You're South American. Doesn't every South American language have rolled R's? The other day, apparently, and I just got a TikTok ad at the side of the stream. What the hell? Sure, the C said Thailand, sure. Adjacent to the answer, so either Myanmar, Laos, Cambodia. Maybe Laos. Vietnam? You fucking cunt. Myanmar? Nice! We roll ours in our mother... I mean, South America. Duh. Applesaucy, 11 months, dude. Thank you. 35 streams in 11 months. Holy. More of a W? That's fair, yeah. My mom air? What are you talking about? Myanmar. My mom air? Does no mean yes in Polish? That's crazy. If so, can't. It simply must not. Worldle? This, I recognize you. That's Molly. My streak broke 400 for no reason, so imagine it's actually 100 plus. Well, let's go, dude. I appreciate you hanging out, man. Thank you for keeping up the streak and for always attending the stream. For real, I appreciate it. I can't tell you which one the Molly flag is. That's out of my skill set. Anybody got the Molly flag on lock? Maybe Sister of the Sea? 100 months? That is nuts. Yeah, 100 months is a long time. They talk or no? Short from Old Slavic, a no. Ah, so no does mean yes in Polish. Has green on it. Thanks, JP. What's up, Bailey? Welcome in. Red and green? Yeah. Let's try star. Dang. You have a world map right on your wall? Holy, Kibber. I can check. No, you're good. It's about if we don't like to check for that. Syria to Somaliland. Syria to Somaliland. We can do this. Go Jordan. Israel. Egypt. Sudan. To just Somalia. You cunt! You cunt! We also didn't need Jordan. South Sudan. Motherfucking dick tits. Ethiopia. What a mess. What a mess. Short O like in monster. Nah. Like that? Monster. Done. No. I'm gonna know to run them all powerful and don't feel like doing anything? Yeah, just die then, Wash. Turn yourself into piss. That's what I would have done. Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, no. I do say yeah, no a lot. No, yeah, no, yeah, yeah. Golf me? Yeah. I will say, chat, a weird thing. If you ever have thought that you have weird... Yeah, no, yeah. If you've ever thought you have weird vocal tics, try recording yourself talking for 30 hours a week and then listening to a bunch of it back. It's enlightening. You know? Yeah. Crunch put my geography to shame. You must be one of them cultured Americans. I'm actually really not. I have learned it all in like the last year. The worst. I hate how I sound. Yeah, you get used to it. Doing a lot of stuff. Yeah, Wash, you have a great voice, by the way. You've got a great, like, raspy voice. You got nothing to be ashamed of with your voice. You know? Like, Road Wolf probably has a bad voice. I don't actually know that. It's just a vibe thing. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I spent a lot of years, like, doing vocals in bands and stuff, and I kind of had to accept listening to my own voice. Yeah, Washer relaxing. He's got that ASMR voice. Exactly me. Right? Oop, up, 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 up. That sucks. I do definitely, though, don't get me wrong, chat. I'm used to it now because I listen to my voice all the time. I listen to my voice all the time. I'm checking VODs, I'm making shorts, whatever. Aga has an amazing voice, yeah. You can find YouTube videos of Aga talking. But yeah, if you listen to it all the time, you get used to it. But trust me, like, hearing my voice originally, I sounded so weaselly and high-pitched and nasally. And I do have a high-pitched and nasally voice. But I'm just, you know, I'm used to it now. I've leaned into it. I'm the singer in an emo band. Yeah, it gets easier the more you hear it. Another. Hate hearing myself recording. I found out the reason why most people do is because in speaking, we hear most from voice through vibration in our skull, and recordings, it's obviously not there. Yeah, so it's like lower and has like a different timbre in our head. Come on my chest. Residence, yeah. I keep seeing you stay in a disadvantageous position when you hit a checkpoint instead of hitting the button to reposition yourself for free. Yeah, living life not min-maxed is kind of nice sometimes, man. You gotta just let go. You know? Sound like 17 badgers stapled together when I speak, so I'm fucking glad your rounds 1v1s don't need voice chat. Nobody would understand word in my bingle bongle ass pronunciation. I would be curious to hear what you sound like because you're Welsh, and I've heard that Welsh people can like sound crazy, but I haven't actually experienced that. Doesn't come across until you're like dying laughing when the funny really hits you, and then it's just contagious laughter. Yeah. My thyroid cartilage is so huge that it could do ASMR on its own. This is organic Malin, that's right. Did you change your voice at all since streaming? Yes, absolutely. Not a... Like, it wasn't super intentionally. It was more so, like, I made a habit of speaking up. You know, you'll notice when I have people on stream, they often, like, since they're just streaming for the first time, they, like, won't do that. They'll, like, kind of talk to themselves like this, like, maybe I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna do this. And it's like, I have worked that out of my system. I always like enunciate and speak up when I'm on stream, or at least a lot of the time. And that has like affected the timbre of my voice. Or if you go back, once again, you can watch my very first stream. It's on YouTube. You can hear me. I'm like, what's up everybody? I'm Crunchpuff. This is my first ever Twitch stream. And I sound different. I do. Not hugely, but you can tell that I've kind of established like a speaking cadence and timbre for like, per stream. The Luigi SFX was Crunch from 4 years ago, yeah. Let's get that to his most watched video. It's honestly, it's not that bad. I've watched it back out of curiosity of like watching my first stream. And it's not great, don't get me wrong. But it could have been worse. For a first stream ever. Nice! Seen Hot Fuzz? I love Hot Fuzz. Farm Rust have a translator, also have a translator? Yeah. Love Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz is probably my favorite of the Cornetto trilogy. It's tough. I like that or Shaun of the Dead. Well, I like both of those more than I like At World's End. Hey, no, it's still -1, baby. Ooh. First few streams seem so cringe. Nah, probably more to you than to others, Wash, to be honest. You've always seemed pretty comfortable and natural. Gruesome ending, I love it. I do. I like all three of the movies. I like all three of the movies, don't get me wrong at all. But I just think for me, it's pretty clear to me that I like Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz more than... Like, I consider them both a tier above. Like, streaming would help improve my general voice, and that after years of doing it, I probably been speaking louder and more confidently. A bit, yeah. I vary a lot. Like, I'm truly one of those people who, like, in a social situation in which I'm not feeling anxious and uncomfortable, I can be very charismatic and be, like, a big personality. You know? I can behave sort of like I do on stream, or I can, like, you know, be kind of actively trying to make the room laugh or whatever. You know, be a big personality. But a lot of the time in public, I'm a very... I don't know, kind of shy and timid guy where I would rather avoid talking to anybody. You know what I mean? I'm definitely the type of person where in most common public situations, I will avoid speaking to people if I can. And I don't know why, it's a weird line for me, but I'm definitely like, when I'm with people I'm comfortable, I'm a loud person for sure. I've accepted that. Like, I'm one of the kids that like at sleepovers at kids, people will be like, that Chris friend of yours is awful loud. I could hear him from upstairs. Thankfully, I ripped the first YouTube upload band-aid off when I uploaded raw footage from my camera when I was 13, so when I actually got editing software, I just sent it. Nice. Yeah, I did a bunch of YouTube uploads as a teenager. I did YouTube vocal covers. They're terrible. You have the vibes with chatty, no social anxiety friend of the group. I appreciate that. Once again, when I'm with people that I'm comfortable with, I can get there, but I'm like, the initial introduction, getting to know people, introducing myself to people, like forming that initial relationship, I'm not good with at all. The only way I can like make a new friend naturally is if we're both in a situation and I'm able to like make a funny comment that starts a conversation, you know? I can't like, I don't know, I've never been good in my life at approaching random groups to be like friendly and try to be friends, or to like approach like women romantically. Never been good at it in like the cold approach set. I don't know. I just don't have that. I don't have that bone in my body. I lack the initial confidence. I need a little push. Hey, Squirrels, what's going on, buddy? You do? I was like you and changed a lot. Yeah, maybe I could be. I don't have to now, though. I'm with Leah. She's great. I love Leah. I guess for friends, though. All right. Approach groups try to tell them to eat the kibble out of my palms of my hand. We're not the same. I will say, if I have a reason to be approaching somebody, the timidity disappears. The timidness. Is it timidity or timidness? I like timidity, but that might be fake. That kind of just sounds like a fucked up way to say Timothy. But you know what I mean? Like, if I'm at a store and I have a legitimate question, I'm not shy about asking somebody it. But I would rather not have a question and not have to interact. And we'll go to lengths to Miety. And I will go to lengths to not have to interact in advance. A while ago, I had a confrontation with some random guy who took down one of my webs, recorded as some self-defense, being able to look back at it. I generally don't like my voice. I feel it's pretty weak. They talk very calmly. When looking back at the recording, in order to be heard, I had to raise my voice. I'm confident and sarcastic to the majority of what they said. I realized that I do, in fact, have it in me to talk like that again. You do. You do, you do. For me, it's not a confidence issue. It's just cold approach always feels fake and unnatural to me. It does, Yan, right? And I think there's some amount of just like the social norms that those kind of rituals are buried in now, where you have to approach and at once say something engaging and witty, but not so engaging that it's like, you know, crossing that faux pas line. And, you know, you don't want to be weird or excessively forward, but you also don't want to be so passive that you're seen as passive and like, you know, just a friend. Timiditude. How does interacting with chat compare to interacting with people in a non-chat environment? Totally different, because there is a natural barrier and division of role. It's like I was very good socially as a bartender because we had a reason to be interacting. Tamus, if you want to get archaic, that's just not true. Flippy in the background, hell yeah. Like, as a bartender, I have a job to do, and they're there to drink and hang, and it was always just very natural, because I had a reason to be interacting with them, and then I would be in their physical proximity, and sometimes we would end up yapping about something, and you guys know I can fucking yap, you know? In Finland, I won't smile or talk to anyone, or they think I'm flirting with them and don't want to break no more hearts. I have seen a lot of jokes about, like, it's either like, you know, basically it's like Slavs in general. Slavs or Nordic folks being like, it's like, you know, this is a Polish smile, and it's a dude being like, and it's like, this is a warm greeting from a friendly Pole, or something like that. Note, I would square family mode with a few mates, and my Steam library has gone from 260 to 900. Holy. Don't fucking worry too much. Be yourself and let shit flow as it will. 100% Road Wolf. And that's how it ends up happening. Once again, my personal struggle is that just initial moment. But generally, I would say that once I have a reason to be interacting with people and stuff, I'm fairly lucky in that I'm like, you know, I have an okay time interacting with people and developing rapport and stuff. I have friends at my jobs, you know, that kind of thing. The opposite of Brazil. Is everyone smiling all the time in Brazil? Timorous, actual adjective form. Wow. You don't interact with people in your job anymore? 6 people at most. Really? Yeah, my job now, I don't interact with that many. It's a bit more than that, but I would say on the regular, I interact with like 15 people total in my job. Across my company and the vendors I work with. Angela Bassett. I know this lady, but can't place her. That kind of looks like Martin Sheen. Oh, Laru. Shouldn't have. Thank you, buddy. More annoying is when you're genuinely interested to talk to someone, and then 1 minute and you realize you made a mistake, and now have to hear their terribly long story. Well, yeah, you gotta take those L's sometimes. You gotta take those L's sometimes. Yeah, I would say that the US is friendly. You smile at people and stuff like that, but especially Boston, where I'm from, it's a little colder in general. We're like, stuff like the World Cup has loosened folks up, but generally I would say it is a faux pas to try and talk to anybody out in like the street or in a store or something. Casually, like just to walk up to them and spark a conversation, that would be kind of weird. Unless you are complaining about something that you are both enduring currently, then it is okay. Then it's 100% okay. I've said this before and I stand by it. I believe this to be entirely true. Like, if you just walk up to somebody at a traffic light and you go, pretty nice weather we're having this week, huh? They'd kind of be like, yeah. And then like try to avoid talking to you because it's like, why are you talking to me? But if you walked up and you were like, this light's taking fucking forever, dude, they would be like, bro, for real. And you might become friends. You know? And that's like, I don't know if that's just here or the whole world, but I can say for sure that it's here. New England feeling like England. Yeah, just that little bit newer, though. You're always taking an L? That's so true, Jay. Everybody follow Jay to reduce the L a little bit. Before I lost my job, one of my favorite things about it was that I barely interacted with one or two people on most days. Yeah, see, I'm definitely... It's funny, like I say, I like contradict myself sometimes because I do like interacting with people. Yeah, bonding over bitching, I might be worldwide. I just know that it's like, it's definitely one of the easiest ways to actually interact with a rando. Been remote for a decade, love it. Dude, I miss being full remote. I go in just 1 day a week, but still, I miss it. I like interacting via chat as well. Works fine for work. I find that these days, most of my social battery is sated by hanging out with Leah and talking to you guys. I would say that sates most of my social battery. And then like a couple times a month, Leah and I will, you know, hang out with some of our friends doing something. Like we're going to karaoke on Friday. We had 4th of July last weekend. And then a couple times a month, I like do something with my band, you know, like practice or have a show or do recording. And that like to me is like I've struck a pretty nice balance for my life. Like I do not want to have a full social calendar every weekend. I really don't. Just not me. But I want some. And you know, so you got to still like work at your relationships and, you know, go out of your comfort zone sometimes to be there for your friends. But I get run over by my job. Rose in a downward spiral if talking to chat is a good thing in his life. I like talking to chat. Why would I do this if I didn't like talking to chat? Sometimes you guys drive me up the fucking wall, bro. But in general, I love doing this shit. This guy. This is gonna be like Olympus Has Fallen, you know? Never seen this movie. Never seen this movie. I was just like, this looks like that type. Let's go. Easy. Show us Gerard Butler eventually, right? Isn't he in this? Yup, there he is. He looks like he's in the fucking Oval Office. Let's do better today. Brazil. They don't have Brazil in here? Tried small talking first time this year to a pharmacy clerk. My stomach was swollen and aching, and I said I need something for the swelling or I'm pregnant. She didn't say anything. Awkward. You gotta try, though. Like Roadwolf said, sometimes you fall on your face, but you know, you gotta try. We're looking for Unicotongularies. This guy always looks like Tom Brady mixed with the guy who plays Dexter. But then I look at him and he kind of looks like neither of them, you know? This is like cute animals. Yan. Oh my goodness, Yan. Holy hell. A murderous creature. Absolutely snagged. Chimp and proper. Cute, so not koalas. This is your hill to die on, huh, Roadwolf? Roadwolf, can you open a P.O. box so I can send you a koala plushie? You're gonna treasure it, I promise. And yesterday was Sandrew. We're gonna do Butterfree for Malaquin. I don't even think he's here. That's Malaquin's guess for, well, it was a bad one today. Send you my address. Can you send me some already toasted toast? Yeah, I'll send you that as well as a picture of my Grundle. How does that sound? Koalas versus panda illegal pit fights. Funny enough, back when I put out that panda short about like pandas, like, you know, I think pandas are all right, but chat hates pandas. Some of the comments were people being like, koalas suck too. No, the rat lives in the forest. Beefy. Jigglypuff? Oh my god, Jiggly. Terrible misclick. Also Bob True. We are looking for monotype, not pink. Most people pick one animal to hate. It's mostly koalas, pandas, and pigeons. It's actually kind of astute, Ian. Twitch needs metapreds. How many minutes into stream until koala mention? We could probably develop a very funny set for like Crunchpuff Bingo. That would be a funny thing to do, chat. For like a 24-hour stream or something like that. Hey, what's up, GH? Welcome in. I'm new. What's happening? We're chilling. We're playing some daily games. We're going to be playing some Noida in a little bit. We're hanging. But yeah, chat, for like one of the 24-hour streams, we could do some kind of like Crunch Bingo thing where everybody gets like a randomized, like, you know, we come up with 50 different things and then people get randomized bingo boards with those 50 things on them in different combinations and different omissions and stuff. And it's average. That would be actually kind of funny. You know? Pigeons get a bad rep. They were our faithful companion until the telephone. I got nothing against pigeons. They're all right. I got nothing against pigeons. I used to have a joke that I disliked city squirrels, but squirrels are cute. City squirrels are terribly audacious, though. Because they're so used to people, they just, like, don't give a fuck. And sometimes I feel like they have to respect the food chain a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Sister of the Sea said fire duck, so maybe Magmar? Or not Sister of the Sea, Roadwolf. That's fully evolved, though. Not fire type. Electabuzz? What's up, Malaquin? Not Electabuzz? Ever eaten pigeon? I have not eaten pigeon. Why don't you say that about cats? Because cats appropriately understand how much better than us they are. Pikachu? Not Pika? Starmie? Starmie's evolved. We need not evolved. Could be Staryu. We're looking for a brown water type, chat. Cat sucks. It's so low effort. It's so low effort. Squirtle I like. Yeah, squirt me, daddy. Squirt me out of a fucking tube. All right, Silhouette. That's, Chat, who is this? Malquin, you weren't here yet, but I started with Butterfree in your honor. Hypno, yeah. Description me? The egg blank carries is not only delicious, but also packed with nutrition. It's used as a high-class cooking ingredient. Who carries an egg? Chansey? Yeah. They're eating the Chansey eggs. That seems kind of fucked up, bro. Zoom. Is this like a mouth and this is like some hair going down by it? A whack-ass color category happened. The only part of Squirtle that's brown is the back of his shell. Yeah, they do that shit all the time. They're eating the Chanseys. They're eating the Growlithes. Jinx. Hinks. Nope. Is this a bug Pokemon maybe, chat? Alakazam? No. Kadabra. Holy shit, I didn't realize he had the grill marks on his fucking, you know, cock pedestal here. Look how fat his tail is, bro. Holy shit, that thing's plump. That thing's really plump. Pardon me? Oh, come on, you can't see that at all. You know, it's not a triple female, triple vag. You're saying this is Tangela? Tentacool? No, no. Eggs? You think it's Execute? I don't see. There's so much blue, though. Could it be Tentacruel? I'm seeing the, like, red circle blue dome, you know? Poliwag? Doesn't he's got no freaking. Oh my god, his mouth! It's his clit-ass looking mouth! Oh man. Crazy, man. You're down here thinking about the vagina circle on his belly and you forgot about the pee hole that's actually tiny, you know, above it. What are you gonna do? Okay. Where do I want to go next? Let's do estimate me. How many roasted peanuts are in this jar, chat? Don't pokey play with me. 2? It's more than that, I think. 112, 42, 187. I like 112. That's about where I was going to land myself. Wash. Let's hit it with 150. More than 150. What about 200? Between 150 and 200. Give me final guesses, chat. Final guesses between 150 and 200. $164, 187, 168. All right, let's guess 167. 172. Which means blue is the closest right now. Or actually, yeah, blue is the closest. GG, blue. Tough. Scodle me. Kirkland's signature USDA prime beef boneless ribeye cap steak. That's so much stuff for just a piece of meat. Anyone feel me on this? Like the raw amount of stuff that's here for just a piece of meat? 25. I truly have no idea. 24.99. More? A little bit more? 25.99. There's 26.99. Wow. I never buy steak. That's kind of expensive, man. People aren't kidding. Holy hell. Maybe your piece of meat doesn't deserve that many words. This one does. I watched him cook up Wagyu steaks in a sumo video yesterday. I know that Wagyu steaks, that's a good word. Tells you where the cut is from, the cut method, and the quality of the meat. Holy. Yeah, I guess it's good stuff to know. It shows you how little I know about that stuff. It's more revealing about my ignorance than its, excessiveness, if anything. Thrifty Thursdays? What about this is thrifty to you, Housel? What about this McMansion is thrifty to you? It's got a 3-car garage, dog. It looks like we've got cathedral ceilings in the foyer. This is Thrifty Thursdays. I get it's Minnesota, but still. Texas coded 850K. Is that how much a house like this would cost in Minnesota? That's crazy if so. Too high! What? What? Ooh. Not that bad. I don't know that I love the orange. It's also crazy to have the TV on just one side like that. Business venture. I'm going to create Balsal from where you have to guess the daily celebrity name closer to their nutsack. Yeah, we'd be moving. Yeah, we're in Minnesota. 9 miles to Minneapolis, which I think is the capital. People would pay you to get a house there. 690K. I'm gonna go even a little lower. Let's go 650. That's too low. We got a range. Close to the house for 80K. That's insane. 4,200 square feet. That's so big. Chat, this is almost 3 times the size of my house. This is almost 3 times the size of my house. Look at the size of this kitchen, man. Not that I need that much more space. I'm just amazed. I'm amazed at this price. 750 me? Or we'll do 720 for Tenno. Too low? 5 bed, 4 bath. Holy dick. They're paying $750 a month for mortgage insurance and all costs. That's crazy. Ours is all diffused against a bunch of stuff, so I don't even really have a great exact measure of how much it costs us per month. But you could just sum it up to say that Leah and I together pay about $3,000 per month for this house. With all the stuff included, property tax and everything, it's about $3,000, $3,100, somewhere right in there every month. For utilities, property taxes, the mortgage, everything. Which is not great, but we know plenty of people. We know plenty of people that are paying $3K a month to live in apartments. So we'll take it, you know? We'll take it. $3K sounds about right still for Boston. Well, yeah, we're outside of the city. If you want an apartment in the city, you're talking $3K minimum. Minimum. And that's for like a shitty apartment. If you want to be in the city. Like Blender and Liz, they just moved to, like still kind of within the like metropolitan area, if you will, but not downtown Boston. And I want to say they're paying like $2,500, maybe $3K for a 2-bedroom. Or no, a 2-bedroom, I think. Yahoo! But obviously, there's all kinds of other stuff that comes up with homeownership too. Like we're gonna need to do the roof, and we're gonna need to do this and that. And we need to, when painting, and when there are problems, I gotta pay for, not the landlord. 800 flat, $799. That's crazy, man. Look at the size of that room. That's carpet. See that? That is carpet. That's not a rug. That's fucking carpet. My last apartment in 2022, I was only paying $600 a month. Got a crazy deal. Was just locked in. All to do was take care of the property for the landlord. Best living experience I ever had. Yo, let's go. What's $50 for the neighborhood kid to mow the lawn? No, I mow the lawn. Our last apartment, right now, we just paid our last rent check the other day. Our last apartment, a 5-bedroom apartment, $4,037 per month. $4,037 per month for a 5-bedroom, which was actually a pretty good deal. Actually, pretty good deal. Two-bedroom? Damn. In PC laptop, gotcha. Nice to have that Gonzo. Very nice. I mean, haven't really felt it yet since I just paid it and I now have to pay the mortgage right after. But like when it's a month from now and I don't have that like, you know, extra $700 or $800 or whatever, it's gonna be great. Cheapest apartment available in my zip code when I lived alone was $1,000. Yeah, it's tough, man. But that's all right. Housing's not important. It's not important that housing's affordable. It's important that Elon Musk has more money. All right, let's do dialed. I'm gonna do color today. I'm feeling it today. Feeling a nice robust set of dulls today, chat. Brown. Whoa! What? I'm surprised you gave me that close. I was so much darker what I did. I was just right on with the hue. With the hue Lori. It's like sky blue. Very saturated. A little more purple. I did hear that for the first time in history, it is cheaper to build a house than buy an existing one. Whoa, that's crazy. And that's probably partially because builders are building stuff shitty as fuck a lot of the time now, unfortunately. Like, we were never really looking at getting a new build. Though maybe if we had looked into it, we would have found it was more economical than we thought. Because we just figured it would be too expensive. But I've also heard of a bunch of people that bought them and, like, had problems because they're kind of thrown together as cheaply as possible. You know, or at least some are. A lot are. Apartment was definitely the bare minimum. It was a structure, no laundry room, no gym, no pool, no garbage collection, no pre-installed washer, dryer setups, apartments. Yeah, that's... A lot of them are like that, though. The last one I had, we eventually got a washer dryer in the basement, but they were still coin-op, which fucking sucked. Because A, it's like, I pay enough to live here, suck a cock, and then B, it's like, I gotta go to the fucking bank and get a roll of quarters, dog. No one just, like, has a fuckload of quarters on them. You'd rather drag your ass on broken glass than deal with building a house? That is not necessarily true. I think I, like most people, would probably... Well, I don't want to say like most people. I think a lot of people would enjoy, if they had more than enough money, being able to hire their own builder and their own architect and get it exactly how they want it. That would be sweet. I just don't expect that or ever really think that I'll do it. Yeah. I enjoy going to the laundromat. Good place to meet single mothers. Interesting. Yeah, no, I never, you know, got my dick sucked at the laundromat. Would have been fun. We are getting low on food time. Yan's concerned. Once built by megacorp conglomerate contracts are cheap as fuck. Those guys that go and build a whole ass neighborhood and try to sell them. Yeah, we have that happening in our neighborhood right now. Literally, they're building 2 identical duplex things across the street from us. And it's so clearly like this builder just has a plan that they're just shitting out everywhere. And the funniest part is those were they're across the street, each unit's more expensive than this house was, and you have to share a whole wall with another house, the duplex. Crazy. All right. A pale blue. Even paler. Bare wall sucks. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, for what it's worth, I feel like, you know, the way the world is going, one of the only ways we might actually get affordable housing is if we move into more not single-family housing. So we are probably going to have to give up some, like I'm now a hypocrite because I just bought a single-family home, so trust me, I acknowledge that. But it feels like that might be one of the only realistic solutions. It's still... I am not an economist. I am not an economist, but it feels like with modern technology, we could finagle a way to decentralize more instead and just take advantage of the massive amounts of open land that we still have. But again, I'm not an economist. I'm not a politician. I don't know how that shit works. Regardless, it is nice not sharing a wall with somebody, yes. Knowing that nobody can hear when Leah and I are fucking going to town on each other's, you know, body parts at 6 in the morning is great. What color was that, by the way? Like cream? Yeah. We could, but you know. Yeah. How will the billionaires become trillionaires? It's true. It's true. You know, equity in that. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm not a good orator, chat. I am not a good person to speak on societal or political issues, and nor should I really try. But I have been very personally bothered by the state of the world recently, and I've spent a lot of time thinking about it, partially just because I enjoy exercising that thought process and trying to think it through and really, like, rationally and, you know, thoroughly examine the issues and try to think about where I stand and what's important to me and stuff like that. And I've been having a hard time trying to come to this, like, clean articulation of this source of my frustration recently. And I think I've kind of nailed it down a little bit. I'm still going to stumble here, but it's like, we have proven that as a species, we are incredibly efficient at, I want to say maximizing profit, but I want to translate that to something more general where it's like, we have shown we are able to extract enormous value out of life and to create very complex systems that achieve very measurable goals and all this stuff. But we just, for the fucking life of us, cannot agree to do it for human flourishing. We can only do it for money. Like, we cannot allow institutions to exist that are not based around profit. When we have, at scale, I've been saying this a lot, at scale, humanity responds to systems and incentives. That is so historically proven. Like, it's just the way it works. No individual person has to be evil for evil things to happen to everybody because people are just looking out for themselves. People respond to systems and incentives, and we refuse to make those systems actually focused on, like, general human welfare. And the biggest reason is because we can't agree on exactly what that means, which is fair and is a real problem to solve, but I still don't think we've really tried. I don't think we've really tried. You know what I mean? Like, if we put as much money into, you know, medical sciences and general human welfare, you know, movements like making more affordable housing and stuff like that as we do the military, it would probably be a very different world, you know? And it's, I don't know. I'm getting political. I'm not trying to, but it's just been, like, pissing me off recently because I feel like it's the sort of thing where on a very human level, we can all agree that we want to use, like, our advanced technology to make things better, right? You know, that's what we should be doing. Like, we've advanced so much, so why are we not? I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Seems a very westernized capitalist view of things. Yeah, I mean, I live in a Western capitalist society, so yes. And frankly, I don't think I think the entire globe is pretty capitalistically driven at this point, even the more socialist nations. You know, like, the world economy is very, free market capital. And had Crunch, the gig is up, yeah. Hey, 42. All right, let's go to sound, just sound. All right. Yeah, whenever someone gets big enough money-wise to be able to start developing solutions for the greater good, greed, corruption, mirrors his ugly head to ruin it. Exactly. Yeah, no, I wasn't, I guess I was talking politics, but the thing is, I'm like, it weirdly feels like I'm not trying to, like, I'm not, I don't know. You know, like, these things are so politicized, but I'm literally trying to talk about human welfare. I'm saying we should put more money into human welfare. You know? Which it is politicized, it's just, it's crazy. What are you gonna do? Okay. Pause the music. Save the pan. Thank you, Luigi. Nice. I was tiptoeing around it. Nice, 420, baby. Look at the plus minus 15 score in Soundle. I need to learn a better tech. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard because there's nothing much you can do. You know, you kind of just gotta, shoot. Hey, 49.24. Good day, dude. Good day. Good day. Okay. I'm gonna skip ahead. Let's skip ahead to do food, and then we'll come back for Vandal. All right, chicken, onions, eggs, butter, salt, pepper, dill, ew, garlic, saffron, yogurt, lemon juice. Feels Mediterranean to me, like Turkey. Borders to the northeast, Syria. Rome. 49, that's right. What am I looking for? It's like Armenia, Georgia, Azerbaijan, Iraq, maybe? Armenia? Borders, Georgia? Azerbaijan, God, fuck! I said it. I mean, I really hate dill, so I'm gonna pass. This is mashed potatoes with like olives in it. Salted cod, potatoes, onions, mayo, olive oil, garlic, milk. Will we see more of a response to the availability of AI agents being able to code? Code used to be the costly resource for whatever project needed to work. Now it's subscription away. Will it be like the Industrial Revolution with the available functional affordable steam engines? Markets need previously not realized. The theaters saw a plateau in hot water use. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Use hot water for us. So my question, we're going to see high water heater chair when they reach the optimum size and be done? Or will AI data centers never be large enough to keep them? It depends on so many things, Wash, you know? None of which we can control. Sweden, near Spain, Portugal. Sure, let's try Portugal. Whoa. Pass. A lot of that, Wash, has to do with legislation and regulation and politics, unfortunately. Does look like UK. It looks like a Jaffa cake. Yeah. Yeah, it's a Jaffa cake, right? Very good cookie, chat. Very good cookie. Excellent cookie. Yum. All right. Final score me. We got a super foodie. What was there was a new mode? Which one's that? Cuisine match? Oh no, we have to get to the screen right now. Haha, resets in 50 seconds. Handled. Calling a Jaffa cake a cookie has to be rage bait? Why? It's a cookie. It comes in a little cookie sleeve like Oreos do. Vote, I know. Yeah, left wins easy here. 25 bucks is mostly for the or for the beers there, Rodolph. Yeah, burger looks pretty good to me, but Korean chicken looks bomb. Oshinya versus Just Fries. Pie and a pint? That's a shitty looking fucking pie, dude. That is a shitty looking pie. Me the dog? Oh, rice cakes? True. Welcome back, J Thorpe. When you gonna go eat the koshinya? Yeah, I don't know. Someday. Loaded nachos for sure. Nachos versus burgers, cheese, and relish. I don't know, man. It's not a very good looking burger. It's a very small portion of nachos, but it looks okay. I mean, the burger doesn't look bad, right? It doesn't look actively bad. Someday, yeah. You know what it's like, Roadwolf. You get it. Kitties arrived at midnight to demand food. Let's go. I do, sadly. Yeah, these are classic ballpark nachos. They almost look like a Lunchable wash, you know? It's like a step above Lunchable. I kind of think the nachos win, though. I kind of think the nachos win, right? What do you guys think? Give me arrows. I'm torn. You would take the burger, Kibber? Bran hates burgers? Kinda. My fair share of industrial-sized cheese cans. Let's go nacho. Nice. By 6%. It was tight. It was tight. This looks gross. Just a bad photo. Really want the fries from the stadium the Mariners play at? The tiny nacho portion for the price? Yeah, it was USA, right? That's the US of A, baby. That's that Western capitalist society, baby. Let's go. All right, hot dog, chicken fries. That's a good looking hot dog, though. So gross filling the can up with water out the ballpark sink and pouring it into the cheese. That's gross. That does sound disgusting. Give me the dog. Long potato. It's a French fry. The chicken satay box looks awesome, though. Or satay. I know. It makes me so hungry, too. Butter chicken naan bread, haggis, and smoked bacon pizza. Haggis. Isn't haggis like sheep stomach? It's a good-looking photo, but haggis is gross, isn't it? Anyone have thoughts? Oh, butter chicken naan bread. They call them from here fries in France? No, don't they call them pommes frites? On, I'm drooling, yeah. Had red beans and rice I made for dinner last night. Was delicious. I always right before crunch stream. Yeah, it's a good idea. Cheese and beef wins this one easy. That's a 10-piece. That's a 10-piece. 7.2 from the community. They're just not built like us, man. Tata's free. Gotcha. Oh, dear. You get more wine? Ow. Look at this, chat. Nerd wine. Nerd wine. Got the light blue moons, too? Oh, shit, we drank in tonight. Hey, what's up, Echo, over on the YouTube side? Basically, Dunker Slam just tuned in and you're discussing food. Does Dunk talk about food a lot? Because I've never gotten to watch Dunk because it would be Noida spoilers. Does it taste good? Yeah, we'll find out. Find out. Other food guesser mode? Sure, why not? Dunk loves Texas barbecue. I feel like everybody on the planet loves Texas barbecue. Maybe not everybody on the planet, but like all non-vegetarians. 98% of non-vegetarians enjoy Texas barbecue. Which belongs in India's cuisine. Left. Biryani. Well, Thinglaw, but yeah, hella spoilers. Yeah, exactly. Because Eco, so we've been playing Noida Blind for over a year now, and blinds in quotation marks. Chat gives me some info via like this spoiler system here and there, but I've never looked at the wiki. I've never watched any other experienced players, nothing like that. No, I don't think we ever unplugged. Off. Get moving. What did you think of the new paint? Looks good, right? Looks good, right? Well, because I had that like more yellowy green. Looked horrible when we put it up on the walls. So yeah, and Kat did that little bit of white. So you see the Western Sahara, not the middle. Yeah, this looks Asian to me, right? That looks like seaweed or something. Give me left. Right. He seems pretty content. He got a lot of attention today. That's dope. Where do you think you're at with the game completion, since you would never reference how big the game is? How much more do you think there is to do? I'm not sure, Eco. Hold on. Let me get you a link, and I'm going to paste it over on the YouTube side. Okay, I think I can do that all. I do this all from the screen. I can, yeah. Oh no, I can't. Oh no, I can't. All right, Eco. So if you click that link there, that'll take you to a Noida map that I drew myself from memory. So that'll show you what I like know in the game, basically. That'll show you effectively how far I am. Well, hell yeah. No, it was fun drawing it. All right, Bhutan's cuisine. I don't know, man. Sister of the Sea says left. Sure, nice. Emadachi. I feel like I'm not good enough for this game. We could try St. Bartholomew. This one. Yeah, look tropical. Aruba. We're looking tropical again. I don't know. The rye bread makes me think like, you know, Northern Europe. This, I don't know what I'm looking at. This is kind of just like, I don't know. It's kind of like a salad. You think right? Oh, nice. Okay. Just meat. UAE. Huh. I don't know. I feel like any of these. Sister says left. Okay. Shish kebab. Bouvet Island. They're making up places, man. You gonna go check out the furniture out there? Yeah. That's nice. This one. Yeah! Salchipapa! Oman. Oman's on the Arabian Peninsula. Hey, we'll catch you later, Robo. Thanks for the lurk, buddy. Yeah, right? Oh. Well, I was like, this looks more South American to me with the pattern. Lobster bisque. All right, that's that. Let's do Bandle, and then we're done. Then we're done with those. We'll just go straight into Noida. We ended up doing those for a long time. Footloose? Can't think out of the Footloose. 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 Do-do-do-do-do-do. Movie Island while the weather modification experiments happen? Maybe? I don't know. We could try Footloose. Have it? Kenny! Yeah, vibe changed a lot. Anyone have anything? I've got nothing, man. Money for Nothing? By Dire Straits? I never would have known the name. Nice! I did recognize it there. All right. $2024. I don't know, man. 2024, 263 milli. Ain't no way I'm calling a song from 2024. I know, me either, right? Unless it's like a really big one. And 263 million plays is a lot, but still, I had no hope of me knowing. If it were like one of like Sabrina Carpenter's biggest hits or something, I might be able to get it. But I feel like anything from her is above 263 milli. I listen to pop radio sometimes so that I have some knowledge of the current zeitgeist. That map's so cool because I could sort of guess how you explore. How long did it take for you to realize heaven and hell were infinite? Honestly, pretty much both times. When I visited those places, I think I figured it out. At one point, I went up to the Cloudscape Eco like very early and was like, this is clearly not for me. Not counting that, when I went back there later, I like pretty immediately discovered the infinite. Futurama, yeah. My coffee black in my bed at 3. You're too sweet for me. Hosier, right? I don't know what it's called, but it's Hosier. Too sweet. You off of Sweet Hosier, you wouldn't give me it? No? No, Wash? Sweet for me. You're too sweet for me. Yeah. This song's all over the radio. This is one I know because I've heard it on fucking pop radio. It's a good tune, honestly. I like it. All right, nice. Well, let's call it there for the Sillies for today, everybody. My little electric FM in jail. Nice. It's good, dude. It's a good tune. All right, we're going to call it for the Sillies there. Hopefully, y'all enjoy. We're going to move over to some Noida now. If you did and you're watching, you're on Twitch, hit that follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks, everybody.